Shalom, dear congregants. Once again, it's Erev Shabbos, time for my weekly drush. Can't believe another week has gone by, and wow, what a week it has been. Sad, tragic. But I want to start out with our Torah portion for this week, Parashat Beha'alotcha, from Bamidbar, Numbers, beginning with chapter 8, opening sentence. Aaron is instructed, Aaron the high priest, brother of Moses, older brother, to light the menorah in the tabernacle daily. Our Ner Tamid, our eternal light in every synagogue around the world, is modeled on this menorah. Beha'alotcha, from the root, from the shoresh in Hebrew, al, to elevate, to go up, to bring light that causes us to be elevated. The light of God, the light of Torah, the light of Israel, the Jewish people, the Or Lagoyim, the light unto the nations, concept of the prophet Isaiah 49:6. Coincidentally, today was the first day that B'nai Israel's confirmation class was supposed to be back from Israel, where we would have stopped by Israel's parliament, the Knesset, maybe even taken a tour. And right across the road, many of you know, is that beautiful menorah, modeled on the menorah we believe stood in the tabernacle, the Mishkan, and thereafter in the two temples in Jerusalem. We would have had a wonderful photo op right in front of that menorah. But today, I must tell you, Israel is taking a back seat. I don't want to talk about Israel, although to me, as a committed Jew, Israel never really takes a back seat. But today, instead, I want to focus on our country, the United States of America, the so-called America the Great, land of the free, home of the brave, that our Jewish immigrant ancestors called the Golden Medina, the golden country, land of golden opportunity, which I myself emigrated to build a better life and escape racism, which South African society was rife with at the time that I emigrated in 1976. And we all know our country is in pain. First, the whole world is affected by COVID-19, and now we have the tragic, absolutely unnecessary, inhumane death of Mr. George Floyd and the civil unrest that ensues. And so, yet another person whose skin color is a little or a lot darker than most members of Congregation B'nai Israel has succumbed. You know, last Friday, I emailed a letter about Mr. Floyd's tragic death. Didn't receive a lot of response, maybe a couple of dozen, 99% very overwhelmingly positive, and a couple of dissenters, which is to be expected. Anytime you make a political or religious statement, they are going to be dissenters, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. It seems that those couple of people took exception to my actually making mention of Mr. Floyd's quote. I think I said long criminal record and being under the influence of drugs at the time of his arrest, which I believe affected the outcome. But I want you to be aware, those who did not like what I said, that I in no way exonerated Officer Chauvin and the other 3 police who stood idly by. And I have the letter right here, and this is what I said. I said that Officer Chauvin was responsible for Mr. Floyd's death literally under his knee, while the 3 other officers stood idly by. Those are the people who are responsible for Mr. Floyd's death, which should never have occurred. And I think many of you might have missed the quote from the Talmud. Rav Huna's admonition from the Talmud Arachin 30b, I have it right here. That was an indictment of our entire police system. I said, a quote, for our African American fellow citizens, this scenario is all too familiar, and no one more than us Jews should be more empathic, for we know all too well about racial hatred and discrimination. And law enforcement everywhere would do well to heed Rav Huda's admonition in the Talmud. Quote, once a person sins and repeats the sin, they treat it as if it is permitted. Close quotes. That means that if the police have gotten away with killing a few people of darker skin color than most of ours, they think it's okay. They can get away with it because the law and our criminal justice system did not do enough to prevent that from happening again. I want you to know that we need our police, and I'm very sympathetic with our own Lieutenant Officer Rob Austin, who does such yeoman work for us week after week, and I hope he'll be back soon, as well as the other officers from Sylvania Police. They do fantastic work for us, and not all police are bad. I think we all know that, but obviously the system has to change, which brings me back to the menorah, the candelabra, the light, with which our Torah portion, Ba'alotcha, begins. Because, dear friends, our country is in need of some light, and we have it right there in the Torah, in Parshat Ba'alotcha, Numbers chapter 9, sentence 14. I quote, Chuka achat, not Torah achat, Chuka achat, yeh lachem v'lager ule'ezrach haaretz. There shall be one set of laws, one constitution for all of you, it says. And then it says first, v'lager. Ger means the foreigner, the non-citizen, the stranger, the visitor, someone who is not like you, someone who is not part of you. And then it says, Ule ezrach haaretz, the citizens of your land. So yes, our constitution may forbid discrimination, but it depends how we administer it. And that has to be done regardless of race, of creed, of skin color, of sexual orientation. And we Jews know a lot about that. Dear friends, I believe the light will shine again. COVID-19 will end and is starting to subside. Civil unrest will end and positive change will come and is already starting to happen. I just happened to notice on the news this morning that NASCAR, car racing, has banned the Confederate flag. That's offensive to some people, and there are drivers who are of dark skin color. I'm recording this on Thursday. The weather outside in Toledo is magnificent. It is a perfect day. It is in the low 70s with a slight breeze. Last night, it was storming in the area. I think it's Sandusky, where the historic theater was destroyed. There are trees down everywhere. And today, the storm has passed. So too, friends, the storm of civil unrest, the storm of COVID-19, it will all pass. Let us use this Shabbat, known as Shabbat Shalom, when we say the Shabbat is a time of peace, to heal ourselves, to heal our families, to heal our societies, to heal America, and to take care of all our sisters and brothers wherever and whoever they are. Shabbat Shalom.